It's your girl Brandy and welcome back to my channel. Back in the kitchen, back at it again in the kitchen, here with another spirituality talking. I don't know what to call this type of video. I think this is more of an advice video than a spirituality video. On a spiritual level, this is just an objective point of view. I feel like I don't think I'm very biased to this. I think I'm speaking from more of experience, if anything. As you can see by the title, today's video I'm going to be talking about standards versus expectations in relationships, whether they are romantic relationships with a boyfriend or girlfriend or someone that you like or you are fond of, or relationships being friends or even family members. How these two things may be affecting your relationships with people in your life, and how you can guide yourself through relationships that you have with your family, friends, and lovers by using this advice that I have for you today. So if you guys are interested in today's video, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Booty Demons. Here's my at right here. All my other social medias will be in the description below. I am personally on a social media hiatus. Every now and then I just like to just delete the app because it's just overwhelming at times, and I feel like sometimes I lollygag and I don't get stuff done. I'm not on it right now, but I'm probably gonna get on it maybe next week. So if you do send me a message and I don't respond, just know that I'm just not on there. It's not because I don't want to respond to you specifically, but ain't nobody sending me any messages. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about expectations versus standards. And so what I mean by this is that you can have certain standards set on what you will tolerate, how you want to be treated. Like, you're not going to allow your friends treat you like crap or be mean to you or take advantage of you, things of that nature. Things are held to a certain standard. And then you have expectations where you are expecting a certain person to do certain things for you. You're expecting them to treat you a certain way based off of who they are and based off of their placement in your life. A lot of the relationships that I've had with people that are not my family, like friends, acquaintances, guys that I've talked to, you have this expectation on how you want to be treated, and they're supposed to treat you this way, and if they don't treat you this way, then they're a bad person or they don't care about you. I think that it's really important not to create certain expectations for certain people, because that can be extremely dangerous, especially to your mental health. And it can be very self-deprecating when you put someone at a certain pedestal and you expect them to do certain things, because you will ultimately be disappointed. And I think that the main thing that I want to get my point across is that you shouldn't have expectations for anyone. It's almost human nature for you to expect certain things from people, but what I've learned is that human beings are here on this earth to love, to grow, and to learn. If what their version of growing and learning and loving is doesn't align with your version, that doesn't make the other person a bad person. It doesn't make them a horrible human being. They're still beautiful. They're still unconditional love and light. That's something that I've had to learn during this entire process of just creating relationships with people, because I have certain expectations on how I want certain things to go. Like with friendships, you have a friend and you expect them to not obviously talk shit about you and to treat you like they're your number one priority because you're their best friend, obviously, right? The thing about that is people are on their own agendas, and you can't expect someone to put you at the top of their list when they're not even at the top of their own list. Like, it's really dangerous when you are having expectations for other people, because your emotions are very much so on the chopping block. When you create expectations for other people, if anything, you're kind of giving them power over you. You're kind of relinquishing your power. I feel like people should just be themselves. If somebody does something that I don't like, I'm not going to think that, oh my god, there's something wrong with them, da da da. Like the old Brandy, yeah, I would have been like,
what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, period. You worry about shit.
For example, if you're talking to this guy, you guys are on the talking stage, so you want to make sure you guys are on a clear line of communication. He knows that he's the only person you're talking to, and you know that you're the only person he's talking to. You find out, oh my god, he's talking to all of social media. He's a troll, essentially. I don't think that. This just references my old thought patterns. And you think, oh my god, you know, like, fuck you, how could you do this to me? Automatically, because you guys had an agreement on what you expected, what you wanted, how you wanted this relationship or the situationship to go. Because he didn't follow through with his end, you're mad at him, but you can't expect him to do what you want him to do. Like, he's his own individual person, and people make mistakes. Like, there's nothing wrong with talking to multiple people at one time. I just wanted to say that that's what dating is about. I feel like dating is talking to multiple people at one time. But if you feel like a line was crossed with trust, and you feel like you can't trust that person when you guys, you know, both mutually you thought agreed to not talk to other people, and that other person is talking to a lot of people, then, you know, you had an expectation and you were essentially let down. Tying this into standards, you can still have the same high standards. And what I mean by that is you can have the standards of you're not going to tolerate disrespect, you're not going to tolerate lies, you're not going to just tolerate any deceitfulness. Someone not being honest with you, that is just a major red flag. And if they're talking to other people when they've clearly agreed to only talk to you, that doesn't make them a bad person if they talk to other people. But when you take away expectations, you get your power back. When you take away expectations and you still hold the same standards, you're saying that, okay, this didn't work out with this person, but that doesn't mean that I can't find what I want, the characteristics that I would like in another person. And the same thing goes with friendships. If your friend does something that in your eyes are deemed as questionable, like, ooh, you're fake, or if they're talking shit about you, that doesn't make them a bad person. Like, when you don't have expectations for people and you're not expecting them to do anything, you're not expecting them to treat you any type of way, you're not expecting them to be loyal, it's okay to trust people. But at the same time, if someone were to break that trust, you created that expectations, your feelings are hurt. When you have no expectations, you can keep your power, you can keep your peace. You're like, okay, well, I really, you know, I wasn't expecting you to do anything. I'm just going to have my power, leave this friendship because it no longer serves me, and move on with my life. The same thing with relationships. This has happened to me multiple times. I'm speaking from experience, where I would be talking to a guy and we both agree, you know, we're just going to be talking to each other so we can personally get to know each other. But in my opinion, and this is just me personally, when somebody that you're talking to is talking to multiple people, it just shows that you're not on the same page in the relationship, and or just even trust altogether. And personally, I wouldn't be able to talk to someone who is talking to multiple people because I feel like you're not really taking the time to get to know me individually. Because in my head, now this is just me, to fully get to know someone personally, you have to talk to one person at a time. That's just me. But I mean, listen, but that doesn't make the guy a bad person, or whoever you're talking to a bad person. People are human. So if they're not gonna do what I want them to do, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not expecting anything. If anything, I'm still going to withhold the same standards of I'm not going to be disrespected and I'm not going to be lied to. So I can just still move on, and I'm not holding a grudge against this person, and I'm not thinking that this was a shitty situation. Like, I'm gonna be good, this is fine, it happened, I learned from it, and I can move on. And I think knowing the fine line between still keeping your standards and relinquishing expectations is very important, especially for me and my journey to, I mean, essentially just letting go and really letting God into my life. You have to realize that when you hold expectations to people, they are going to disappoint you. It doesn't matter who it is, because you have an image of somebody in your mind that your ego creates, but that's not who they really are. They are just them. You know, you can't fault them for that. Like, they are who they are, and you are who you are. You make mistakes as well. When you do hold that expectation, it's dangerous. And you can still hold the basic standards of what you have, because that's what I do personally. I'm not gonna lower my standards to fit myself in the mold of a situation that no longer serves me. Of course, people can change, but I mean, if you show me that you are not a respectful person, or that you're not really for me, you're not into me the way that I'm into you, friendship, relationship, whatever, then I'm not going to want to be bothered with you unless I see that effort, like unless I see like physically. And when you know, you'll know. But yeah, that's basically all that I had to talk about today. I really wanted to talk about this because it's been on my mind for a minute. Ever since I moved, like even before I moved, I was thinking about, I want to do a video talking about the fine line of expectations and standards, how you can apply those tools in a way that's helpful for your life. I hope you guys were able to take something from it. I just like to talk about things that are on my mind at the current moment. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what videos you want to see next. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.